Good morning, everybody. April 11th, day 101 on the Appalachian Trail. We set up as it was getting dark last night. We finished hiking yesterday, and Matt had our campsite all picked out and everything. And we're sitting around having a couple beers, and we decided it'd be a heck of a lot nicer to go grab something to eat rather than having a nice ramen meal. So we went to a really authentic Italian place and had some really good food. And then Matt brought us back, and he went home, and we set up campsite, and we were dead tired. So very nice campground. Caledonia State Park got some new bathroom facilities. Had I seen that bathroom before I set up, I probably would have slept on the floor. Man, was that nice. But anyway, had a decent night. Got enough sleep, I guess. Is it ever enough? And then woke up this morning, got packed up, and now we are back on trail. Each day it's supposed to gradually start getting a lot warmer, but I think this is the only day that's not supposed to be in the 80s. As you can see, fleece, hat. It's pretty cold this morning. I mean, it was only 42, 43, but man, I had to chill. So I'm sure by the time I hit this hill, top of this hill, it'll all be coming off. Whew, I really smell skunk. I don't need that thing giving me the old stink shot. But anyway, gonna see how far we can get today. Want to do a minimum of 15 and make some plans going forward. Before we leave the area, want to still take a day off, and Point 7 and I talked it'd be better if we took 2 more days to let our bodies heal and then plow forward. So we're gonna make some arrangements tonight at camp and go from there. So as soon as I see something cool, I will let you know. But as of now, heading north. Have a good day. Excuse me. Have a good Tuesday, and let's go find some views. One more thing. Well, actually, a couple. New backpack. First day hiking with it. It's a Hilltops pack, all Dyneema. I ordered it and got it before I left for Georgia, but it's so lightweight, and it's not made to carry weight, a heavy weight. So I had to wait till now to really lighten my load before I could use something like that, because it would be very uncomfortable, plus probably break the pack, and they're not cheap. It's probably the most expensive thing I bought for the trip. And anyway, and it was a comfortable sleep last night, but man, I was hot. Then I got up, took everything off, and then I was cold. But I'm gonna have to try and dial in the quilts, because carrying 20 degrees quilts through the summer, I think it's gonna cut it. So let me finish this incline. So we just finished a pretty decent climb up out of the campground, leveled out a little bit, and it's warming up. So we are going to take a break and take some of these warm layers off, but that's where we're headed. Hey now. Just stopped for a quick pack break, as you can see from the pack drop. I'm going to try and get one in slow motion. But anyway, so far this morning we saw deer and 0.7 saw a big turkey on the trail, and it took off. Oh, I see some hikers up there. Must be from another trail. But yeah, she saw a turkey, and this time it wasn't me. Said it was taking off. You know, they're such graceful flyers. But I'm sure we'll see some more. This is prime territory for wildlife in the PA wilds. The further north we go, the better it'll be. So try and get some on camera, but they're always moving so fast. By the time I get the phone out, it's too late. Sooner or later. Hey now. Coming down off that road, kicked up a pretty big turkey, got about 10 feet from it, and it took off like a very ungraceful bird. But it was pretty wild, got that close to one, and flew off over the edge of the mountain we were walking on, and went out down through the valley. It's pretty cool, but it's all woods though. There's really not a whole lot to see through these through the woods here, except more woods, which I love. But there's a couple ridges to our right, not much to our left right now. Just going up and down, nothing too crazy. A lot of beautiful woods, and we're looking for a spot to stop for lunch. So as soon as we find the spot, it's on. Hey now, just stopped at a little campsite, had a little lunch, put on some sun lotion. It's getting hot, and heading back down the trail, up the trail, on the trail, whatever you want to call it. But when we hit that shelter, that really nice one with all the people that had that, like some kind of senior club, hiking club. They were all meeting there and going for a hike. They do it every like second Tuesday of the month or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, just before we got there, apparently some of them came in and saw a bear cross the dirt road right before we got to that shelter, and we just missed it. I was like, oh man, that'd been cool. But yeah, other than that, back on trail and heading north. Bunch of Pennsylvania state trees, the hemlocks, nice and cool in this shade. Where we just came. And where we're going. Pretty open up here. Pretty cool actually. Gonna hit a lot of spots like this. And then further north we'll hit big areas where there's a lot of ferns, which is really, really cool. But I can tell you one thing, whoo, is it getting warm. I think we're gonna stop at this shelter up here and take our shoes off and let our feet air out a little bit. My shoes are getting kind of tight at the top. Usually we start doing some fast walking, fast hiking, and going up and down like that, they loosen up except for up at the top, and then it gets sore. So we'll go take care of that and get back on trail. All right, enough screwing around. Potty break. We stopped back at that Birch Run shelter. Met a gentleman and his dog. They were calling it a day. He was setting up shop in the shelter. Sat and talked with him for a bit, and this is about almost close to a mile ago. Now we're back on trail. Had a little steep spot there, and then boom, leveled off right away. It's nice. Had some really nice hiking today. I had a couple pretty good steep climbs, but nothing that went on forever. And the one that went on forever was such a gentle incline that we really didn't mind it. So it's been really good hiking today. Our original thoughts were to get the Pine Grove furnace, get over there by the pole steeple, but the way the timing and everything works out, we're just going to go to the next shelter in 6.2 miles and find a place to camp, or stay in the shelter. I'll probably find a place to camp. Because if we go and hit the halfway, and then the store will probably be closed, so we want to make sure we can hit that and get all our ducks in a row so we can get all that done. All right, got a little steep coming here. Now, we're coming at you live from Pennsylvania, Michaud State Forest. We got a little special celebration here. I'm only doing shots at the state lines, but this is a special one. I'll show you what's on the ground we just put. Where we stand is halfway to Maine. Salute. 1,099.2 miles we've done, 1,099.2 miles to go. Here's to the first part of the trail, and let's go get the second one. Get her done. Our little scribe. George is that way, 1,099.2, and Maine is that way. We're going to leave that for everybody else that's coming. They can fill it in if it starts to fade. That's the way we came. That's the way we're going. Halfway. We're going to go to the Tom's Run shelter. Tom's Run shelter, I think it is. And we're going to stay there tonight. We wanted to just go like crazy, but with the heat and the logistics of some of the landmarks and things that we wanted to do, we're just gonna glide a couple days here, put it on cruise control. Tomorrow we hit Pine Grove Furnace State Park, and at the store is where the half-gallon challenge is. So I anticipate we'll probably have ice cream for breakfast and hope to not see it again at lunchtime. So that's the game plan for today and tomorrow. I think today it'll be a 15.8 mile day from Caledonia State Park to Tom's Run Shelter. It was pretty hot at times. The sun went down and the breeze is kicking a little bit now, so it feels a little bit better, but 0.7 actually, we stopped for lunch and she went to scratch her shoulders and she had blisters. And in the course of the next several hours, she went from blisters to peeling. Now, I have some pretty fair skin, but that might beat me. But we put a bunch of sun lotion on and we're good to go. So that's the game plan. We see something cool, we'll let you know. Well, we're just going through some really thick laurel right here. Now, this is a lot different than that junk we saw down in Virginia. That stuff was all weeds and briars and nasty. This stuff you could actually walk through. It wouldn't be fun, but you can walk through it. Ask the guys that do bear drives. They'll tell you all about it. I had a backpack that had 2 zippers, and I had a carabiner holding the 2 zippers together. It undid the carabiner, opened up the zipper, and grabbed stuff out of the bottom of my pack. And I mean, this stuff is thick. It'll undress you. It'll violate you. I had, before I stopped hunting with my, I should say before I stopped doing drives with my rifle, it actually, we gotta watch it, there's trees here. It actually pulled the hammer back on my 30-30 as I was going through this stuff, and had it, a piece got in there and pulled that trigger, whew, that'd have been bad news. I mean, I always keep the gun pointed in the safe direction, but still, that's, I mean, this stuff is thick. It's not overly bad right here, but yeah, and this stuff could be just a little damp and you'll be drenched because those leaves really hold the water. But anyway, it's enough of that. Enough yakking. Halfway. Wow, pretty cool. We'll talk to you in a bit. We have 1.1 to the shelter. It's the last road crossing we have, and the name has a little significance because I know a few of them. This is Woodrow Road. Hi to the Woodrows, I know. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope to see you soon, Woody. All right, let's get to the shelter. Hey now. April 11th, day 101 on the Appalachian Trail. It is 7:15. Just got the bear bag hung. Got everything put away. I'm ready to crawl in and mess around on the phone for a little bit. We started at Caledonia State Park. Our tent site was up top, so we had to walk down, around, and then to get to the AT where we left off yesterday. And we went 15.8 to Tom's Run shelter area. The shelter is up there, and we are down here. It's nice out. I mean, if it's going to be nice out, I don't want to be in a shelter. There is a nice pavilion up there with a picnic table. There's a ton of firewood around here, and there's a burn van. It's cut, split, stacked, and ready for a party, and we can't burn. So, yeah, the shelter before this, I think Birch Run shelter, I guess that had a big bed bug problem for a while. So if that one had it, I'm sure this one and the next one and maybe the next couple probably have it. So that's not the reason why we're not in the shelter, but it definitely is an issue because you do not want bed bugs. I worked in pest control for 1.5 years after I retired, and that is the one thing that you could have a bad day. But anyway, long story short, 15.8 miles today. Tomorrow, oh, we hit the halfway. 1,099 miles and 2/10. 1099.2. Officially made it halfway. It's pretty impressive. I have to say, I didn't even know if I was going to make it. But now we're going all the way. Have to. Tomorrow, we're going to go into Pine Grove Furnace State Park and stop at the store. They have the half-gallon challenge. I'd like to try it. 0.7 says She's not too sure about it. Gotta try it. But anyway, that's going on tomorrow. Then we got the pole steeple, and then that'll be that for, yeah, that'll be Wednesday. And then Thursday, Kevin's gonna come and meet us, and we're gonna slack pack Thursday, and then get off trail and go to one of my favorite places for wings. Gonna try and make that happen, and then we're gonna get a couple down days, try to relax, recoup, recharge, re-gear, anything else that we need, because then we're going. And then the only thing I have going on yet for the rest of the year is my daughter graduates, so I'm gonna have to coordinate an extraction on May 11th, and then get a delivery back to trail May 13th. So I got to somehow coordinate that. But other than that, we're putting one foot in front of the other and heading north. So hope you had a good Tuesday, and we will touch base with you in the morning. I'm gonna crawl in my hammock there and relax a little bit, take a load off my feet, try to edit some videos, and kind of look for some more insulation for my top quilt and under quilt, because I really don't want to take a 20 degree in the summer. I found some Jacks Are Better camping quilts, I think they were, that you can turn into a under quilt. They were 40 degree, but I have limited reception out here, so I might have to wait till I get home to do that. But kind of was hoping I could order them and they would be there so I can take them with me, but nothing major. We won't be cold. I just don't want to be too warm. Plus, a lighter, get a bag that's around 40-50 degree is going to be a lot lighter than a 20 degree or 0 degree bag. So not a big deal, but it would be nice to be a little lighter. I'm digging my new bag. That's it right there. I had ordered that before we left, and I couldn't put my stuff in there. It was too heavy. I don't think you're supposed to go over 30 pounds with that, but I'm over 30 pounds, but it's doable. It's a Hilltops pack. It's all Dyneema. It's nice. It definitely is different. You don't get the support on your hips like you would a bag that has the stays in the back. It's frameless, but I went from an Osprey to a ULA, and I got this Hilltops pack. Hilltops pack. They're based over close to Pittsburgh. It's a PA bag. I mean, it's really nice. Like I said, I'm digging it pretty good. Hilltops pack. But anyway, called and talked to Ben, and gave him my dimensions, and sent him some moolah, and made me a bag. And he expedited it too, so I'd have it before I left in case I wanted to take that bag. But it ended up I took my Osprey. But yeah, it was expensive, but Dyneema is not cheap. I was thinking about getting a Dyneema tarp for my hammock, but I think I'm just going to roll with that one. And I did deploy the tarp tonight. I just didn't take it out of the snakeskin because I have no trust in the weatherman anymore. So as of now, it doesn't look like it's going to rain, but you never know. So done yakking your ear off. Just had a little time, and that's what happens. I just start yakking away. So we will see you in the morning. Have a good night, and take care.